I'm going to ask you guys a question. Is God relevant to a Christian walk? You're probably sitting there thinking, well, of course God's relevant, because without God, we wouldn't be here. How about I ask you another question? In your personal relationship with Jesus Christ, are you acting as if God is relevant to your walk? You see, sometimes we're guilty of treating God as if He isn't relevant to us. And we do this by not surrendering every little thing to Him. When a person becomes a Christian, they say this in their prayer. I remember I prayed, Jesus, I believe you died on the cross for my sins, and I believe you rose on the third day. Come into my life, wash me with your blood, make me clean, and help me live my life pleasing to you. I surrender to you. How many of you in here know? Show of hands. Now, when you become a Christian, it's not smooth sailing. It's not perfect. You are not exempted from the peer pressure that you're going to face, from the struggles that you're going to face, from the same fighting parents that you're going to face. It doesn't change. The only thing that changes is that you're tied to God now, and you have Him beside you. And even encourages in Romans 5:3. Not only so, but we also rejoice in our suffering. So we know that we're going to suffer. Knowing that is another story. My friend has been saved for a very long time now, but she had this really rough time one year. And her circumstances were awful. And her problems were awful. And she went to a bunch of people at her church and she asked advice. And she sought help in many different ways that she thought that she could see. She even tried to make her problems look good, and then she resorted to ignoring them, because everybody knows when you ignore problems in your life, it automatically goes away, right? She became depressed and lonely and hopeless because her circumstances weren't changed, and she didn't know what to do. She was at the end of her rope, and she was this close to letting go until a light bulb went off in her head. She ran into her room and she got out of the box. She got on her hands and knees and she said, Jesus, I'm so sorry I never surrendered these problems that are in my life right now. God, I can't do this without you. I'm sorry that I've kept you in this box and I haven't given them to you. I can't fix them. You are the one that's going to be able to fix them. I release you. Help me. Save me. Jesus came out of that box and He fixed her problem. And He restored her hope. And He restored her peace. And all was right in the world. Now, some of you are probably sitting there thinking, what's up with that? I'm going to tell you what's up with that. When we don't surrender our lives to Him, in Maddie's case, talking about me, my friend, that's me. In my case, I didn't surrender my problems to Him. I didn't surrender my circumstances to Him. I was keeping Him in a box, and I was only letting Him out when it was convenient to me. And I'm here to tell you today that if you keep God in a box by not surrendering everything to Him, you won't see His relevance in your life at all. You will not see Him. It is holding you back by not surrendering everything to Him. It even says in James 4:7, submit yourself to God. And you know the rest, the devil will flee from you. But we're focused on the submit part. He wants all of you. He doesn't want half of you. He wants the whole thing. And the moment that you give Him everything, God can be relevant and He can use you. So I challenge you today to throw out that box that you've been keeping God in. And finally, release everything and give it to Him. And then, and only then, will you be able to see God's relevance in your life. Thank you.